Well, I said that I was going to go live on Friday. I advertised it. I posted it. I broadcasted it. And it just goes to show you how really important I am around the world, that I find myself on a Friday afternoon talking to myself in front of the mirror, in front of the whole entire world. Once again, this is Santos Jr. straight out of Stockton, California. You're on my live interactive. This is a Friday night live interactive program. I call it Friday Night Alive Power Hour. You're welcome to join me here over the next 30 minutes or so. What are we going to discuss? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to get motivated? What are we going to get inspired about on this live broadcast? I don't know, but I'm going to do my best to do something here on this Friday. It's been some time since I've been on Fridays. I usually come on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm working on bringing it on Sundays, bringing it earlier, because I believe it's going to help me broadcast all over the entire world. I'm excited about this. I'm not excited about the experience that we're going through right now. I know that you're not really excited about this experience, right? It's called COVID-19. I'm not even sure I fully understand what is really going on, but I do have some ideas. I've got some biblical ideas. And you know, you have to be you, my fellow soldiers around the world that are warring, okay? My fellow soldiers that are warring. You are in a war. I don't know the battle that you're fighting, but you're fighting some kind of a battle, and I'm with you. I'm in the trenches with you. And I just want to motivate you today on this Friday. I want to inspire you to dig deeper inside yourself and find something that you can latch onto that will help you. I don't know, maybe write a book. Right? Maybe write a book. Maybe do some journaling. How about just some regular brainstorming, right? This is a good time, my fellow soldiers, my friends. This is a good time for us to take advantage and reinvent ourselves. What are you up to, my good friends? What are you up to? I see we got a few people here. I want to acknowledge those of you that are here. There's some that are watching. Let me see. Josephine, welcome to this Friday Night Alive. Let me see who else. From Moment to Moment Life Changes. We're just going to be here for the next 30 minutes. I don't know. I've had some, just sharing some random thoughts to help myself stay motivated. Because I know we're going through so many challenges with all of the stuff that's happening around us. How do you feel about what's happening? You know, where do you stand? Where do you stand? What is going on inside your mind? Inside your home? How do you feel about this situation? What are you being persuaded by? What are you being influenced by? Hopefully not the online casinos. Hopefully not the online casinos. My cool one. Hello, Karnan. Good to see you here. I'm doing super fantastic, terrific, and over the top, in spite of and because of. So thank you for asking. That's how I'm doing. I'm just, I'm really, really working on myself. I'm really just kind of reinventing myself, and somehow, some way, just taking advantage of this time to see how I can help more people. Really. So thank you for asking. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man, from moment to moment. Thank you for being here. If, by the way, if you have something you want to share, hey, maybe you want to come online. Would you like to come online? I don't have anything really planned tonight here. I'm just going live here and just see who joins me and let's talk and let's share. And I do have a few ideas, a few thoughts that I've been thinking about during this time that we have. Right, I don't know. It's a very, very this experience is very, very unusual for me, at least. And for a while there, I found myself looking at the news. You know, being a veteran and having a son in the military, I kind of keep an eye on what's going on in the world. I was getting a little bit too caught up with all of that. And I'm thinking, you know, there's all these conspiracy theories. Then I've got the Bible, right? I read the Bible. I meditate. And I'm thinking, I started to get confused is what was happening. And I had to step away from it. I finally had to step away from it and say, wait a minute. Who am I being persuaded by? Who am I being influenced by? A or B? Or am I in control of what I want to understand as truth? Right? We have to study. We have to do some research. We have to do some writing. We have to do, we should be doing some brainstorming about all of these things. In fact, you should be doing that against me too, right? I mean, who am I? I could be a con. I could be a fraud out there. You need to be doing your homework. Of course, I'm not a con. I'm not a con or a fraud. If I was, I'd be making probably tons of money out there somewhere. But no, I'm not going down that route. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good. Josephine, my cool one from moment to moment. And who else? There's a few other people on here. Come on, identify yourselves. So thank you for asking. By the way, remember, hey, I'm going to be, I guess I'm really excited about this because somebody from Australia, of course I get messages from Australia, but I really helped someone in Australia that was gambling, and it looks like he's a YouTuber, and looks like he's doing very well for himself. And I'm going to be doing an interview. Actually, he's going to be doing an interview with me tomorrow on Skype, and then he's going to air it at his program on YouTube. It's called the SCG Show. I think I might have posted some of that maybe on my community here at YouTube. Anyways, I'm sure I might have some information about that on my website or on my YouTube channel. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Helping people around the globe. Some of you supporting me. Some of you helping me. And pay it forward, man. I want to do more. I want to help more people. And that's why I'm asking you to support. We want to do some T-shirts. I'm going to be doing some T-shirts. I know that for sure. We're doing the book giveaway. Obviously, we are doing book giveaways. And who knows, we might be doing some journals too. I'm thinking about putting some journals together. Soldier of Self-Mastery journals and T-shirts with the logo. Some really cool T-shirts. I think I'm going to be doing some of that. So anyways, I'm preaching to the choir, man. I feel like I'm talking to myself here for a moment. There's a few people jumping on. Rob, bienvenidos, amigo. Yeah, let me see here. I'm a better person because of this. God really moves in mysterious ways. I'm glad that God is in control. I don't like to classify myself as a religious person because I don't go to church and I will not step foot in a church. That's just me. I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody. God will be my judge. but I definitely do believe in the Bible. I'm a person of, I study the Bible. I read the Word of God. I meditate on the Word of God, and I do pray. I pray about things. I pray for this channel. I pray for you too. Well, maybe not specifically by name, but I do think of you in my prayer because you're part of this mission, whether you realize it or not. Those of you that support this mission, you're helping me reach other people. Like this guy Steven of the SCG show on YouTube. So I'm excited about that. Looking forward to that interview, and that will be aired. And but anyways, I think I might have talked about this earlier. Confusion, and you have to be neutral. You really have to be neutral. I heard this from a fellow veteran earlier from a video that I was watching. I really loved what he said about being neutral, so that you're not influenced by A or B. I tend to focus more on the Word of God and on the exercises that have gotten me to where I am today, free. And so I'm looking forward to that interview. Anyways, we're not doing no book giveaway here today. I'm just here distracting those of you that are willing to follow me so that you don't gamble online. Is that a good enough excuse for me to be here? Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim, welcome. Good afternoon, man. I send you good positive energy, man. Good positive thoughts. Guidance. That's what I ask for. So when I get it, I just pass it on, man. Good to see you there, Jim. Good to see you, my friend. What does Rob say here? Oh, Feliz Pascuas. By the way, I don't know if you guys are excited. It's a difficult situation out there, outside of our homes. We need to stay positive as much as possible. We need to dance and laugh and, be a part of something positive because that helps your immune system. By the way, I've been talking about going green. I've gone green. I'm loving it. I'm building a team of people that want to go green within their home and within the body. And you're interested in wanting to make money also. This is a real opportunity. There's no investment at all. Zero investment. You have nothing to lose. So we're building a team. We've got training going on and stuff like that. I love the products. I love what I'm experiencing from this company. Unusual company that's been around for about 10 years. I'm really excited about that. So, if you're interested and you're looking for something, you want to start reinventing maybe a little bit of some income for yourself. Think about this. You're buying products, you're using products, and you're paying somebody. Are those products, they might be providing a little bit of a service, but those products could be contaminated. And not only that, are those companies paying you for buying their products? Doesn't it make sense if you're going to buy products to buy good quality products that are going to help you? I sound like a commercial, huh? And they're not only going to help you, they're going to help you save money and possibly make some big income later on. I'm talking about a part-time program here you can do as a side gig. If you're serious, get a hold of me. You can go through soldiersofselfmastery.com and we can talk a little bit more about this green team. Anyways, Santos, we finally have time to spend with ourselves and really find out who we really are. It's amazing. I have tapped into myself and found some peace and joy. Yeah, this opportunity that we find ourselves in, this experience, I call it a dark tunnel. It's really I believe that it could be an opportunity. I believe it is an opportunity. Sadly, many people are passing away. I don't really like to get too much into this. These people that are dying, what are they actually dying from? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. What are they dying from? Anyways, I'm not going to go there. Nahil Johnson in the house Friday. I'm sending Natalia. Let me see. Natalia. Who else is here? By the way, my motive for being here is to help keep some of you away from online gambling. That's the truth. Well, that's one of the truths. And let me let you in on another little secret, my fellow soldiers. I'm here facing a challenge right before you. I am right before you live in front of the world facing a challenge. When you put yourself to a challenge, face it. Face the challenge. Whatever it is. My wife and I are also going to be doing a presentation live on Facebook. We're going to start moving in that direction, and we're going to talk about this green team. We're going to talk about the products. We're going to talk about the company, maybe a little bit about the compensation. Of course, we're not experts. We want people investigating this thing just as much as we are. So we're going to be doing a presentation on Saturday, and we are going to mess that thing up big time, because she's never been in front of the camera with me, and she's just fairly new with the green team. I'm not shy of the camera, but she is. So we're going to fumble it, and we're going to help some folks because we believe that we've stumbled across something very, very unique. I've always been kind of a health buff. And I've never, in all my years, I've never come across something like I have recently. So I'm really excited about that. But the more important thing that I'm excited about is the proof in the pudding, right? When you can go to your doctor and get a lab done on your blood work and your enzymes and everything else, and it shows the difference. Now we're talking about some real product, not something that you can just buy off the shelf at Walmart or Walgreens or on Amazon. We're talking about something way beyond. And, almost 7 million people are onto this. Almost 7 million people are onto this. And we're just sharing the word. We're going to be sharing the word. Again, we're not experts. We're not, we can't guarantee anybody any income. I can't guarantee anybody anything except I can help you get free and stay free. That's my ironclad guarantee. That I can do when it comes to problem gambling and online gambling. There you go. Anyways, I'm just having fun. Patrick, hey, 30 days, no gambling. Luckily, I don't have any interest in online gambling. Thank you for sharing. Rob says, COVID is the flu. Natalia, hi from Minnesota. Greetings from Stockton, California. Good to see you here. The reason why I'm here is to help people. Don't gamble. Those of you that nearly escaped the gambling casinos, you're quarantined at home. Hopefully you're staying at home a little bit, I mean, we shouldn't live in fear. That's one thing that I'm going to recommend. Don't live in fear. If you live in fear, that's going to affect your immune system. If you live in fear, that's going to affect your immune system. That is proven research. There's medical science behind all of that. Your mind does affect your immune system. Now, just because you think positive, that doesn't mean that your immune system is going to be 100. Optimum level. You have to take care of yourself. You should be drinking plenty of water. You should be putting good stuff, something good in your body, because the truth is that we are feeding off junk most of the time. The air is contaminated. In fact, have you noticed how clean the air is outside now that people are locked in their homes? Have we noticed how clean some of these rivers are and the air and the sky? It's pretty amazing. And I'm excited about that. Okay, congratulations, Patrick, on your 30 days. Keep it going, my brother. Let me see. Oh, there's all kinds of ways to gamble, right? I mean, there's some safe ways to gamble. I'm not opposed to stocks. I'm not opposed to those things. I'm not opposed to doing something that's going to benefit you later on. I am opposed to fast cash type things like, overnight success. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people are disillusioned and they're depressed, and because they're trying to get money quick, right? I fell into that trap big time. I remember this guy conned me. This Christian, this so-called Christian guy conned me into, I think it was about $13,000. And he's still around, man. This guy's still around conning people, doing, and but I told him, I said, man, one day you're going to get yours. Yeah. So get rich quick. No, you got to really plan. You got to study. You got to do some research. You have to do your homework. You have to do your homework, man. In fact, man, there's something that I want to share with you guys here. I do want to share something. People think about, they say, like, when it comes to alcohol or when it comes to smoking or drinking or gambling, they say, how long have you, man, I've not gambled for 3 years. I've not gambled for 4 years. I've not gambled for 6 months. And people ask me that. And I think about that question all the time, because when I first made my initial decision to stop gambling, I struggled. I struggled big time. I made a decision, but I struggled. And I've thought about this over the years because I couldn't really quite get a handle on things. I was just experimenting with all kinds of different exercises. We're talking about reading, watching marathon video watching. I'm talking about videos that are like 2 or 3 hours long. I would sit there and watch them over and over and over and over and over and over for days and months. And so why am I even getting into this? Because the reason why I'm getting into this, and I'm saying this, is because to me, it's more important to be completely free today. Be completely free in your mind, in your spirit right now. Yesterday doesn't matter. Last week doesn't matter. Last year really doesn't matter. What matters is, man, I'm free today. And in my spirit, in the deepest fibers, in the deepest cells, nucleus, atoms, whatever you want to call it, of my being, I know that I will fight for my right to stay free. I will stay free because I work on it every single day. My desire for gambling is gone. I don't have that desire. That to me is more important than being free for 2 or 3 years, because people can fall off the bandwagon. If you're not completely free in your spirit, in the deepest area of your life, if you know that you're not free, you can easily fall back into gambling. And that's empowering to me. That is empowering to me, man. On a Friday, well, I could be doing all kinds of, well, we're under quarantine, so we can't be doing too much. Hey, I'm open for donations. You know that. I'm not shy to say, hey, we can always use $1, $10, $50,000. Oh, my partner Cephas would be really happy with that. Whatever. Hey, the way I look at it is, if I'm supporting you in some way, help me support others. because the more that I give, it comes back to me. It finds ways to come back to me. And I believe strongly, along with what I just shared with you, that's one of the foundations of why I believe I've been able to stay free, is because I keep giving, I keep pushing the same message, the same freaking message, man. Sometimes I say to myself, Santos, you sound like a broken record, man. You're saying the same thing over and over. Yeah, you turn on the light, you're planting seed, you're trying to give people a good drink of water. It's the same message, just in a different way. So hopefully I'm helping you. Virtual handshake, by the way, because we're supposed to stay 6 feet apart, right? Anyways. I don't understand that super chat, Rob. I have no idea. But if somebody wants to give to this mission, listen, feel free. You can go to let me see right here. You can go to soldiersofselfmastery right there.com. Donate. That is a safe site. We have an SSL certificate. Means that whatever information you put on there is it's secure. It is secure. We pay for that. So, or you can go to PayPal too. Donate there if you want to give. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. If you want to help the mission, you know. Laura, welcome on a Friday. Let me see. All right, Patrick. I'm going to hold you accountable to that, man. Don't you dare give that money to some online casino now, or Chicken Ranch Casino in Sonora, California. I'm going to hold you accountable. And of course, if you do donate, whatever you donate, I'm going to send you a digital version of the book. Digital. So digital, it'll be through email. Either this book or my partner's book. Anyways, here's something that I want to share with you since we're growing a little bit. Do I have I have PayPal. This one's easy because all you have to do is go to my right. You just go PayPal and you click the email and you can go right there. So I am available there. Thank you, Rob, for sharing that. I just did. That's my PayPal there, right there. Maybe I should have said PayPal. Actually, you guys get it. I appreciate. Hey, Mark, welcome on a Friday. You guys aren't out truck driving today? Amen. Hello, Santos. Keep it up. Everyone stop gambling. Stop it. No. Yeah, you come out ahead. Some people that are gambling online, and there's a lot of that going on. You're setting yourself up for a fall, my friend. If you gamble online, you're setting yourself up for a fall. You're going to live with heavy, heavy regret. You're not going to be able to bear that burden. I promise you, you're not going to be able to bear that burden. If you are a problem gambler before this situation that we're going through right now, this experience, the light has been turned on just a little bit. If you gamble online, you're setting yourself up for a fall. All right. Am I in control of my actions? Am I in control of my actions? Am I in control of my decision? Am I in control of me? Do you believe this? Do you? Do you believe this, what I just shared with you? If you don't, it's because you believe something different. Well, Santos, that's a no-brainer, of course. Yeah, we need to be reminded, though. We need to be reminded. What if you could take these affirmations that I just read? I am in control. of my actions. I am in control of my decision. I am in control of me. What if you could take these affirmations and repeat them to yourself in the morning when you get up? At noon, you make some time. And just before you go to bed. I just want you to think about this, right? Think about this with me. Because this is one of the things that's actually helped me get free from gambling. Affirmations, repetition. Now, maybe it could be something else that you want to do an affirmation of, right? Instead of, I am in control of my actions. I am in control of my decision. I am in control of me. Maybe there's something else that you want to affirm. What if you did that every morning at noon and just before bedtime? What if you did that for the next 7 to 14 days? And then you challenge yourself to go 30 days, keeping track of those affirmations. What do you think would begin to happen? Do you think that you would actually begin to believe that? You know, everybody's trying to convince us of something, right? Even Santos right here is trying to convince you of something, hopefully something very positive. Everybody's out there, well, let me not say everybody, but just about everybody outside or in our circle of influence is trying to get trying to get a hold of us in the mind control. Let me see if I'm. So instead of allowing these sources outside of us control us, we need to be doing this for ourselves. And right now is a good time, my fellow soldiers. Right now is a good time to really be thinking about stuff like this, right? Let me see, who was it that spoke about being at home and finding himself moment to moment? Got a little distracted here for a minute. Oh, Laura says she's stuck in Pennsylvania. Well, you're going to get unstuck, Laura. I'm sure you will. Safety to you, safety at you. Thank you for helping us. This quarantine is the best thing that could happen about the casinos being closed. Exactly. Now, I got distracted here, but I'm coming back to my notes because I believe this is going to help somebody. What I'm sharing with you, basically, I'm just reminding you of something that you already know. We're all very smart. We're all very smart. Sometimes we don't act like it. Sometimes we don't say it. Sometimes we don't think it. But you and I, we're all very, very smart, especially if we've been around for a little bit. We've bumped our heads. You know, we've gotten some bumps and bruises. I've even had my shoes stolen right underneath my feet. So we have experience. I am in control of my actions. I am in control of my decision. I am in control of me. The next time that you decide that you gamble, whether it's online or once we get through this dark tunnel, ask yourself the question before you go do that. By the way, questions are very, very powerful. So what would happen if you repeated this? I'll tell you what would happen. You would begin to believe it. And that's what you want to do, right? You want to believe in yourself. You want to believe that you can be something. You want to believe that you can do something. And one of the best ways to help you get there is through verbal repetition. Actually, you are convincing yourself, right? You're actually convincing, like I said earlier, everybody else is trying to convince you of something. So if they're all trying, you might as well convince yourself of what you need to be convinced of. Are you in agreement with me on that one? Yeah. No way you helped me. I still owe you 100. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Patrick. You know, Patrick, I'm going to start charging you interest, man. Hey, by the way, since we're here and live, I want to share something. Those of you that, if you haven't gone to my website, soldiersofselfmastery.com, I encourage you to go there, leave a testimony. You know, you can leave a testimony if something I've shared, something I've helped you with. You can donate there, and you can see what else we're doing. Let me see, what else did I wanted to share with you about that website? Oh, make sure that you subscribe to our emails that we send out weekly. I believe we send out two emails a week. And man, did I lose track here? Oh, Patrick, I got to charge Patrick interest from the $100. No. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that, man. You know, use them. I tell people, don't read my books. Use them. Just find pages to open up and read, and just read and feed your mind until you're straight, man. Until the lights turned on. Until you feel like you're getting enough water in you, and then pass it on, right? We gain information from other people, and then we pass it on. That's how we grow. You can't, like they say, is it a river or a lake? Or is it the sea, the salt sea? There's no life there. The salt sea, there's no life there because there's no outlet. And you and I are the same way. We need to have an outlet. You need to find ways to serve somebody else, whether it's giving of your money. Some people can't serve physically, but you can give of your money. You can give of your time. You can do some part-time work. There's all kinds of things that you can do to serve other people, and that's a key. That's a key in progress, is serving others. You can't fill yourself up. If you're pregnant with a vision, you have to give birth at some point, or else you can die. Your vision can die, right? If you don't give birth, you have to get it out. All right. What's that? Gambling, it's bad for your bank account, would be a good t-shirt. We're gonna be, as soon as I'm able to. Right now, things are a little bit challenging. As soon as I can start getting some t-shirts, I already have a manufacturer that can make the t-shirts for me on the spot. Well, online. But I'd like to do some. The t-shirts that I want to make are just crazy different t-shirts. I don't just want a t-shirt. You know what I mean? So many t-shirts have like logos and different things. They're cool. But man, when I make a t-shirt, I just want that thing to stand out like a sore freaking thumb. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And I just haven't found. I have somebody that can make the shirts for me. But right now it's just bad timing. That's what I want to do. In fact, I have a line of clothing in mind. PT threads, an idea that I've had. In fact, some of you don't even, maybe I should say most of you don't know that I'm actually an inventor. I do have some inventions that one of these days I'm going to get to. Brian Davis, welcome. Welcome to my Friday a night live power hour with Soldier of Self-Mastery, straight out of Stockton, California. So thank you, Brian Davies. What do you do with your money, Santos? Everything is so rigged, like 401. What do you do with everything is manipulated? I'll tell you what you do. You have to sit down with somebody and brainstorm and put a plan together and figure out what you can do with what you have. See, if we don't sit down and plan, right? If we don't sit down and think, we won't get anything done. We can talk and I fall into that trap too. I'm guilty of it, man. We talk, and we don't do it. You got to get it out. You got to put it on paper, or you got to get it out there in front of people and hold yourself accountable. See, you got to challenge yourself. Every single person on this broadcast, all of you, all 15, 16, or 20 of you that are watching, you all have the capability of breaking through that wall of gambling if you haven't done it already. You do. You have it. You just have to find that process. You have to find that plan. Remember earlier I was talking about that you can convince yourself if you did it for 7 days. If you said something to yourself enough times, 3 times a day, 7 days a week, times 14 days, or 2 weeks, 14 days, eventually your mind begins to register it. The more that you do it, especially with your own voice, and then if you use technology, if you use journaling on top of that with your affirmations, electronic affirmations, man, you'll bombard your subconscious. That's one technique that I talk about, is just pushing information that you want in your life into your brain, even if it's by force. Isn't that weird? What do you mean, Santos? Well, I'll give you an example. When I was gambling and I would come home crying after losing tons of money and screwing things up and being an embarrassment and a shame and falling into depression, I would binge on videos. Literally, there was times where I had the opportunity to stay in bed for 2 or 3 days, just laying there watching videos about gambling, people talking about the mind and how to build new neurological pathways and how to rewire your brain and neuroplasticity and all of that stuff. And I just soaked it up, man. I just soaked it up. And then eventually it's like something began to happen. I'm like, man, I feel like my brain is shifting or something. It's like something's going on in my head. Never experienced any of that before. But I could feel these little shifts, like mental shifts. And I said, well, maybe I'm getting into my subconscious. Well, what was happening, was my behavior started changing. That's when I knew, man, I'm on to something here. I got to start really pushing this on video. I got to start sharing this. And I was talking about all of this 4 or 5 years ago on my YouTube channel. And that's how all of this began to grow. And I started getting messages and helping people here and there. And it just got me excited, more pumped. So serving others, man. Serving others, my fellow soldiers. Okay, let me see who else. We've got a few other people here. Come on. I see we've got the invisible man and the invisible woman in here someplace. Maybe Superman. Identify yourself. By the way, anybody want to come on? Hey, William Rivera, welcome to the Friday night Alive Power Hour with Soldier of Self-Mastery. Saludos. Is there anybody on here tonight that wants to come on and show your pretty face? Anybody? Brian, Rob, my cool one, Laura, Brian. No, did I say Brian? I can bring you on if you want. By the way, if I start getting enough donations, I can actually pay for the extended service with StreamYard, and I can add more guests, and we can have a whole mastermind. That's what we're thinking about doing also, my partner and I. We're going to be doing a mastermind, but that's in the near future. So I'm excited about that. What's that? How can I get out of gambling debt forever? Brian Davies. Not really knowing your situation, Brian, I can tell you, just like I shared, man, you need a plan, brother. You need a plan. You need a strong reason, just like anything else in life. I mean, I get challenged. to come even to get in front of the camera at times. But what is my reasoning behind this? My reasoning, obviously, I'm not going to make millions off of this. I hope. Not yet. Maybe. My reasoning why the challenge is for me to help people because I grow. You see, maybe it's a selfish thing, right? It could be selfish. But then again, we're all selfish in some way or another. And sometimes in life, you have to be selfish to get ahead. That is the truth. I'm not saying that you have to be selfish in a bad way, but you do have to be selfish in some way in order to get ahead in life. Martial arts, boxers, they get, bodybuilders. They get very, very selfish with themselves when they're going through their training process. So, of course, bodybuilders they're a different animal, man. And maybe I shouldn't call them animals, but they're just in a different class. The steroids, the muscle building, tearing. Of course, I used to be into that too, but not too much into the steroids. Have I tried steroids? Yes, I have. But that's way long ago. Anyways, what the heck, Santos, are you talking about steroids for? We're supposed to be talking about Friday Night Alive. So you have to have a plan, Brian. That's really it. Listen, if you want some help on getting a plan together, I'm more than willing to help anybody that is very serious. Oh, what I wanted to share earlier, too, was that I offer one-on-one coaching. If you want somebody to take you by the hand, and this doesn't necessarily apply for gambling, it could apply for something else. I could be an accountability partner for you. I can help you get organized. What else can I do? I can help you with time management. I can help you find purpose. These are things that I can help you with when it comes to coaching one-on-one. It's a lot different than going on the air trying to help everybody all at one time. One-on-one personalized coaching. And if you want to do something like that, you can check out soldiersofselfmastery.com. Go to the website. I'm willing to give you anybody that comes and wants a month or two with me, personalized. I'll give you, there's going to be some discounts. And I'm talking about some serious, one-on-one here. I'm not talking about just little games. I'm talking about accountability, integrity, being on time, focusing on your goal, inspiring you, motivating you for you to achieve what it is that you want. Not what I want, but what it is that you want. What is it that you want? I'll help you achieve it. Week by week, month by month. Actually, I don't want to say week by week. I don't like that. Strength by strength, month by month. So that's what coaching is all about. A cheerleader, a guide, a brainstormer, somebody that you can really talk to about, that can really understand and dig deep inside you, right? A good coach will dig deep inside you and bring out stuff that you didn't even know you had. That's what coaching's all about. Anyways, Brian Davies. You can go to right here. It says right there, the little clicker right underneath where it says go here, soldiersofselfmastery.com. You can see it right there on your screen. /donate, or you can simply go to PayPal and you use my my email. Right there, my fellow friends. You can donate through PayPal, whatever you want to do there. Anybody that donates and we get at least a minimum of $20, I'm going to send you my electronic version of my book so that it will drive you crazy. You're thinking, Santos, that's why I tell people, don't read my book. Use it. Use it, man, like a tool. There's a story between those two guys that went out to chop trees in the woods. Have you heard of that little story, that analogy? One of the guys, he couldn't wait to get out of the meeting and bust through the gate to go out there and start chomping on trees. Man, he was just, whoom. But the other guy, he sat back, he went back to his little area, and he took a few hours to sharpen the saw. The guy that was out there had already cut, man, he was already cutting trees. And they only had so much time to cut these trees. Well, guess what? The guy got out there late with that blade, and he flew through the trees. By the time the time ended, the guy that sharpened his saw had more trees cut down than the other guy that started first. What are you getting at, Santos? Sharpen your saw, my friend. Sharpen your saw. James, welcome. Have a great Easter. Let me see. William. Santos, I donated through PayPal and plan to continue just for the fact that you helped me kick this incredibly dangerous, unforgiven monster habit called gambling. Your messages does reach. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing that, William. Like I say, man, you know what? Follow me. I'm going to fight tooth and nail every single day because you know what? The damage that I've done, the losses, the regrets that I live with at times, man, there is no, I mean, for me, I would have to be insane in the brain to go back into a casino and start that lifestyle all over again. You know what? My life is too precious. My time is too precious. There's too many people that I'm accountable to. That's why I push myself and I hold myself accountable. Follow me. I'm going to help you stay free. I'm not only going to help you get free. I'm going to help you stay free. As long as you do your part, I'm going to do mine. That's my ironclad guarantee. And you know what? I say that with faith. I say it with belief. I say it with love. And I say it with a challenge to myself every single day. I don't care about last year, 3 years ago, whether I've been clean for 5 or 10 years. What matters to me is that the desire is completely wiped out. That's my goal, is to get the desire out, because that's what's going to change your behavior. Once you get it out, that's what changes your behavior. But you need a plan. You need a plan. And I'll leave it there. You like Stephen Covey? Yes, Stephen Covey. This, what is it? This 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Stephen Covey has passed on. He's a great teacher. Great teacher. I highly recommend. If you don't know his work, go to YouTube, audio, video. Check out Stephen Covey. His son also is doing. I think the son is also keeping up with the father's work. So yes. Gambling, even real thing. I really enjoy the horse track, but it hurts me every time. I miss it. I can't ever go back and enjoy it with the pain. Well, we gotta, again, we gotta. What's the motive? What are we after? I think one of the reasons why one of the major reasons why we donate is psychologically. I mean, there's a lot going on. We know we live in a world of confusion today. I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but we live in a world of confusion. And let me see. I'm getting distracted here. Gambling responsibly, even in a real thing. I really enjoy the horse track, but it hurts me every time I miss it. I can never go back and enjoy it. You have to decide. We all individually have to decide what is best for us. I talk about what I've been through, the damage, in order to help people, save people, young people, especially the young people. Right now, the apps, all these apps, people are at home, young people are at home, children. I don't recommend it, man. I just know that I'm done. I'm done, and I promise to help those of you that really want to have this kind of a mindset, right? It's about a mindset, and I hope that you get the mindset that I'm sharing with you. You can't have my mindset, but you can get your own mindset from what I'm sharing with you. Everything that I share with you has been given to me. I study, I share. Sometimes I study myself, I share. right? Sometimes I confuse myself. And if I'm confusing myself, I confuse you too. But I'm working on that. Just getting the message out there and helping people, helping folks. Man, what happened to my music? So there is no real. This is what I wanted to share about the distractions. That because we live in a microwave society, drive-ins, drive-in food, drive-in theaters, microwaves, deliveries, artificial intelligence, everything is moving faster. And they're talking about injecting us with these things called nanoparticles, smaller than the speck of than what the eye can see humanly. I mean, this is where we're at today, and we need to definitely protect the mind. What? I'm in trouble. How long have I been here today? Thank you for those of you that have been here with me on this Friday. Tomorrow, Stephen from Australia is going to interview me. I guess I made an impact in his life, and he's been free for 1 year. It's called the SCG show. And I didn't even know the guy. He sent me a message. That was really SCG show on YouTube. So, Australia. And then my wife and I, we're going to go live tomorrow. We're going to talk about Atomy. We're going to just share with folks around the globe what we have found about going green. And this unique company called Atomy. Out of South Korea. So we're going to be sharing some information tomorrow on Facebook at 1 o'clock. I'm kind of excited about fumbling through that one. And we're just going to share, like I said, we're going to share information with people. Those of you that are interested, maybe you'll catch me on Facebook. If you don't follow us on Facebook, follow me on Facebook at, Santos Rolon. And we're just going to share. We're going to share with people our experience over the last 3 weeks being on HemoHim. And we're going to just share our experiences. We're going to talk a little bit about a few of the products that we've been using at home. And I'm excited. I'm really excited because I finally found a company that I can actually sink my teeth into. 10-year-old company, solid, clean company, reputable. And I haven't found anything negative, but positive testimonials from doctors, from pediatricians, chiropractors. I mean, if you want to check it out, go to YouTube. You can go to YouTube right here and check out Atomy, ATMOY, or HemoHim. So you can see why I'm excited about this. And I'm still in the research stage. I don't just take things for granted. I went through about a month, about 30 days of studying and looking at videos and reading emails and checking out doctors and looking at reports, laboratory reports, to see if what was being presented was real. Because again, we don't trust anything that's just being presented to us. And after, making a conclusion, I feel real positive. We got on the product. I'm happy that we got on the product. It's not a magic cure by no means. But it is actually a product that's actually registered with the Food and Drug Administration in the USA. Something very rare. And so we'll be talking about that. And then Sunday, I'll be back at 4 p.m. Sunday Night Alive Power Hour right here again. Taking on your questions, your thoughts, your observations, and helping more people around the globe gain power, grow through this dark tunnel that we're all growing through, man, to get away from gambling, to get away from an addiction. I don't care if it's to lose weight. Or maybe you want to gain weight, right? You want to be muscular like me, man. Rip, bulging muscles. I can't even find clothes that fit me anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, my friend. Gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. All right. Rob says, what do you think about buying precious metals, like buying investment? I think that's a good idea if you can find some good reputable programs. Right now there's a good opportunity to get into some stocks. There's an app. It's called Robinhood. I remember this from some time ago. In fact, there's a couple of free apps that you can do some trading. But honestly, if you're going to trade to make money, you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to invest at least a couple $100 to really make money. If you're doing $25, $50, it'll take you years to make any money. So that's another thing, There are some good programs out there that you can get involved with. You just got to do your homework, man. Read. Don't take things for granted. Read, investigate, watch videos, Google, and then see how you feel about it. Because ultimately, you're the one that has to make a decision, right? You're the one that has to make a decision. Don't let others make the decision for you. You make the decision upon what you feel in your heart is real, is right, is truth. That's the way I look at it. Tomorrow, Sherry and I are going to go live at 1 o'clock on Facebook. It'll be 1 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to be going live through a Facebook group. I don't have the name in front of me right now, but if you follow me on Facebook, this thing about follow is cool. If you team up, right? We're all soldiers. We're all soldiers in this war. We're all soldiers in the trenches, man. We're all in this together. Some have fallen. Some are dragging, just barely scraping along. And some of us are, picking people up along the way, man. Some of us can run a little bit with others. So hopefully I'll see you there, Rob, and get a chance to check out. Again, it really took a lot for me to get involved with another company after I've been involved with at least a couple of different companies. The last company that I was involved with got shut down by the FDA. Great product, completely natural, and they're struggling to get back online now. They're struggling to get back to meet the demands of what it is the Food and Drug Administration wants. With Atomy, I don't have to worry about any of that because it's actually considered a medicine in some parts of the world. And hey, anti-cancer medicine right now with all of the stuff that's going on around us, bad food, not enough nutrients. We need natural, crude medicines that are going to help us build the immune system and help us fight off viruses that try to enter in, unknown viruses, because within your body, there are many viruses. Within our bodies are many bacterias and viruses. There's all kinds of weird stuff inside of us that we don't even know about. Yet when a virus or a bacteria that is unknown tries to come in, if you don't have enough NK cells in your body, as we age, we start losing those NK cells, those fighting cells. If you don't have enough of that raw material inside you that the cells can use to fight off, we fall prey. Our immune system begins to really give in to these things that, they can come from food. They can come from the air. They can come from contamination, which is what many people are saying. Many doctors and nurses are talking about this flu, this mysterious virus, COVID-19. Anyways, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose any. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm sharing what I find and what I feel is working for me and my family. So I'm excited. about that. Welcome, Felix. Saludos. Greetings from Stockton, Cali. Good to see you, Felix. And we're going to be ending the program here. Hey, Jim. Let me see. Jim, I started buying gold sovereigns here in the UK using money I'd normally have gambled with. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like I say, as long as you feel confident in what it is that you're putting your money into, go for it. We're moving into a digital economy, my fellow soldiers. I believe that most of you already know this. There's some speculation that part of what's going on in the world today, and I don't think the COVID, this virus, is a little bit mysterious. I believe that some of the leadership in this world is trying to find an answer for what's really going on, but I don't believe that they really know, honestly, because there is another source that is in control of what's really happening in this world today. But we have leadership, we have governments that are looking for answers, and sadly, most of them, they don't have. They're just making it with what they have. Like I say, I believe that God, whoever he is, God, this mastermind, some people call him Jesus or the Spirit, Jehovah, Elohim, whoever he is, this mastermind, I've never seen him, but I believe that he is the person that is in complete control. And I find too many connections with scripture in the Bible. I just find way too many that tie in with what's going on in the world today. And it gives me comfort knowing that I have truth. Maybe I don't have perfect truth, but I know that I have truth, because one verse in the Bible that says, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. If you're confused about certain things, you don't have the truth. You have to keep seeking. You have to keep searching. You have to keep asking. Knock on the doors that need to be opened. You have to keep going. Keep going, yes. Yes, keep going. That's how you find. Right? We're coming down to the end of the wire here, man. People are leaving me in droves. No. I'm just excited to be here with those of you on a Friday night. I'm not out gambling. I'm not at the online casinos. I'm helping people around the globe. I'm challenging myself. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting through this dark tunnel, right? Growing, Growing, growing through this tunnel of darkness that you and I are in. Any questions? Anybody? So anything good? The FDA shuts down. By the way, the FDA and the EPA and all of these other agencies, you got to keep an eye on all of this too. The truth about that. You have to really do your homework today with whatever it is that you get involved with. All right, let me see. Do I have any more banners that I want to post in here? Patrick says, I need you too, because without you, I can't make things happen, right? I have to teach. I have to share. I don't know. I have to write. Of course I know, Santos. Come on now. I want to share something with you guys before I end this broadcast. I want to share something. I often reflect on my life today because a lot of the things that I'm doing, a lot of these life hacks that I share with you, whether it's journaling, whether it's self-affirmations, whether it's getting in front of the mirror and encouraging and motivating yourself, a lot of these life hacks that I share with you, I never understood. I had no idea that I'd be talking about these things in the year 2020. I remember when I was a little boy, I remember many times my dad, and I didn't know him. I didn't know my dad. He's bigger than me. Of course, I was a little runt. I've always been a little runt. And my dad used to be very, very meticulous. He was very organized. He was very clean. I used to notice that about my dad. He just always seemed to be kind of in boxes and organized and stuff. And my mom was very, very petite. I think I came out more like my mom. She was very petite, very humble. I didn't know my dad had a past. I didn't find this out till, obviously as I got older. I didn't know that my dad was I didn't know that he was taken out of school to work the family business in Puerto Rico when he was very, very young. I never knew that my dad was not an educated man. And my dad was very, very, he's very different. I remember many, many times my mom cooking, and man, how I miss her meals. Mom, if you've watched this video, be coming home soon for one of your home cooked meals. My dad was always, man, he was just a rough man. There was very, very few times where we would find him at peace. And one of those times was when he wasn't around. My dad was extremely violent. I remember one day I came home from playing and I found my mom crying on the steps. We lived on the corner. I remember this corner house that we lived near. It was called 7th Avenue in Willimantic, Connecticut. This was back in the 70s, maybe mid 70s. I remember coming home and saying to my mom, obviously my dad had probably beat her. And I told her that I was going to get a gun. I don't know. Might have been maybe 8 years of age, maybe 7, maybe a little bit older. I'm not sure. Mom, I'm going to buy a gun and I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill my dad. My mom reminded me of that not too long ago because we have a lot of conversation and we've been working on a book together. It goes way back. So I picked up what I knew during my teen years was not good. What I had learned, I just kept developing it. I continued to run and connive and steal. Gambling. I remember I started gambling craps at probably the age of about 14, maybe 15. I was always looking for escapes, I couldn't be at home. I didn't understand, being so young, I didn't understand the domestic violence. I just didn't understand it. It was something that I just wanted to get away from. And it was always on and off for many years. And I remember I was just scared. I was afraid. And that's what I grew up with. When I think back and I say, man, I've come and I've made some really, really, really poor decisions that nearly have cost me. I'm like the cat of nine lives, man. Have you ever heard of the cat of nine lives? I feel like I have more than the cat of nine lives because, man, I should have been gone a long time ago. And my mom did what she could. My dad behaved with what was operating inside his head. You know, when I first got married back in the early 90s, I found myself behaving just like my dad. Fights with my wife. We've been married for 24 years. My first marriage, my only marriage. I don't believe in divorce. We've been through some shit together, 24 years. And, you know, we don't have a perfect marriage, but I remember when I first got married, we both had baggage. But, man, I look back and I say, man, I was becoming the split image of my father. And anyways, I want to end there because today I'm a different person. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that I can do what I'm doing, that I can share my story. I've gone through trauma. We still go through trauma. We're growing through trauma today. Many families are. So I just wanted to share that. I'm going to be sharing some of that tomorrow on my interview with Steven. And I'm just, I'm looking forward to more growing, right? Aren't you? We're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. Yeah, I mean, I'll share a little bit more as time goes on. I'll share a little bit, maybe some of the things that I would find when I came home. So, well, the book, the title of the book is supposedly from trauma to triumph in 49. That's the title of the book. The book is already written. There's some finishing touches that need to go into the book. Unfortunately, my mom is the one that's adding the finishing touches. And of course, that's taking some more time than I thought it would. But we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully, I get my mom to finish up and we can get that book out. That's going to be a big book. Anyways, my friends, it's the end of the program here. We're coming to the end of the program. I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I salute you for being with me. I truly and honestly salute you for being with me. You spent, an hour here? We've spent almost an hour. And I hope that you've gotten something that you can walk away from. Walk away. If anything, remember what I talked about. Doing something every morning, doing something at noon, doing something for yourself, right? Whether it's reading a book, whether it's repeating affirmations, whether it's convincing yourself of something that you want to see in your life. The more that you do it, the better, the easier. And of course, through repetition, you'll end up believing what it is that you want to believe. And you want to do the right thing, right? You want to take that away. Take that away. Yeah, just a little bit. Thank you, William, for listening. Yeah. Sunday, you know what I'm going to do? Sunday, I'm going to share with you an experience that I went through I've shared it before. My father stabbed my mother 5 times out in the street in front of our apartment. That was like the final act. And some really strange things transpired even after that. I'll share some of that on Sunday. That was a very, very dark night for me. Man, I remember that like it was yesterday. And my mom survived losing all her blood on the street. on Bedford Street. I remember that. I believe it was 151 Bedford Street, Hartford, Connecticut. That was again back in the 60s and 70s. That was a big deal. I'll share some of that on Sunday. Anyways, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here with me on this Friday night Alive Power Hour with Soldier Self-Mastery. Man, draw strength, pray. If you read the Bible, if you meditate on Scripture, find truth in Scripture, find something that will benefit you so that you're not being influenced and persuaded by things around you. You have to be strong in yourself. You have to know where you stand, because if you don't, like they say, stand for something or you'll fall for anything. I'll see you tomorrow, possibly, or Sunday on my next episode. Let's keep the light on, my good friends. Remember to keep us in mind. Remember to donate to soldiersofselfmastery.com. I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace out.